On the day that I wrote Pray, I was feeling really anxious and nervous because of all the things that were happening around the world. And Audius and I met for the first time, and initially I thought we were going to write something really happy and upbeat, but then after talking for a really, really long time, we decided we wanted to write something that was a bit more meaningful and something to give hope to everyone who listens to it, but also hope to ourselves as we wrote it. We wrote the verse, we were really happy with the kind of classic kind of vibe, and then we got to the chorus and we're like, we need something that just lifts and goes to the next level. And I was like, it needs to be something like hallelujah, and then Audius is like, oh, let's just put that in. We're like, okay. Yeah, it's a really classic kind of a traditional sounding song, which I haven't always done, but I really like it.
More than a season, grew up together, now we're growing apart. I knew every secret, but it feels like you're keeping one.
Scared to Talk to You is about a relationship that keeps changing as people go through different stages in their lives, as we all grow up and we all become different as we get older, and the relationship changes and you kind of don't know whether to go back to that relationship and try and fix it, or if you just leave it as it is and let it go because you're too scared to talk to them.
You're a lonely cactus, all on your own. You're on the attack, but you sit by the phone alone.
Lonely Cactus was initially inspired by my pet cactus, Mr. Pickles, but it was also inspired by the long periods of time that we spent in lockdown where I felt like I was lonely. I couldn't wait to go and socialize and see my friends again. But then once we could go out and see our friends, I also felt like I just wanted to be home on my couch watching TV. So yeah, I think it's like the two feelings of wanting to be with people and also being pretty selfish and happy just being by myself.
You keep marching on. You keep marching on.
Marching On is a song that I wrote inspired by my mum. I once saw a photo album of hers from when she was around her high school years until when she first got married. She had this smile that was so different to how she smiles, how I'm used to seeing her smile. It looked like it was a really innocent, naive type of smile, and it made me think about all the things that she must have gone through raising us in a foreign country, and all she could do was just to continue on, keep on marching on.
Every room in this house remembers a chaotic school morning ride. All of that trees in the
Memories is about moving out of your old childhood home and thinking about all the memories and things attached to that house, like all the chaotic school runs every morning, the first pet that was buried in the backyard, and all the different Christmases we've had over the years. When we were leaving our house, my parents got really, really quite emotional, and they don't normally get that emotional. So it's about just thinking about all the memories from that house. And I also wanted a song on the album that was just really simple, just on the piano, and it was kind of the last addition to the album, but I had written it earlier and I revisited it and I thought, yeah, this is what will complete the album.
I was crying underwater. Would you see my tears?
Crying Underwater was written about a musician friend who took his own life. And me and Michael Tan, who wrote this song, we started to talk about how difficult it can be to talk about depression, and it can be so easy to just hide it, pretend like nothing is wrong, and we need to talk about it more.
Color me and scribble me out, tear me up, throw me out. Color me and scribble me out, tear me up into tiny pieces. You say I'm nonsense.
Paper Dragon is a really fun song to sing. I wrote it with a very talented indie songwriter, Illy, and it's about telling all the negative thoughts and the negative people that you have a powerful dragon in you. And I really, really connect with this because I was born in the year of the dragon on my horoscope. So and also every time I perform this song, it's just, it's got so much energy and I love the imagery, so.
When it gets dark, when it gets cold, you wrap me up, you wrap me in your love, in your love.
Alone is a song that I wrote with Byron Bay-based folk singer-songwriter Garrett Cato, and we recorded it in his beautiful studio over in Byron Bay, which was a lot of fun. It's about how the longer I work as an artist in this industry, the lonelier I sometimes felt, and I started to think, what's the point of achieving all your dreams and goals if you don't get to share it with somebody else and celebrate with, and all the highs and lows with another person.
I'm clipping my nails short, even though I know they'll grow again.
Kiss You Anyway. I wanted to write a very sad, heartbreaking love song, which I love. It's about that familiar, unrequited love that breaks your heart, and you are drawn to this feeling anyway, even though it hurts you so much.
Are you stuck in a mouse wheel, spinning round till you're passing out? There's somebody who needs you, tell them that
Fire is the last track on my album, My Reality. I wanted to finish the album on a high, and it's like the other side of the very first track, Pray. So I started to think about what's something that helps me feel better, helps me get up when things are really tough, because it's been quite tough for a lot of people the last couple of years. And for me, that is finding that reason, that purpose, or something that helps me pick myself back up. And everybody has that, they just have to find it, and I call that fire.